Sweet. Welcome back, family. Back in time with another pristine, fine, and genuine new video. Brother Henry or Hank Soul Conscious. Peace and blessings to every man, woman, and child. Peace and blessings to all humanity in general. Peace and blessings to Black, Asian, Latino, intellect, melanated, all positive and good-hearted peoples, my viewers, subscribers, fans, followers, listeners, visitors, supporters. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Special shout out to all my multicultural, interracial, biracial, multicultural, all my other diverse fans on my 2 Twitter pages and timelines. Shout out to my followers on Tumblr, my new followers on Pinterest board, Tumblr, my Facebook page, everywhere else. Remember to go to the About It discussion pages of the 2 channels. You can jot down or copy the URLs to use them to search me, like, share, subscribe, make a note of it. If you have a positive channel, cause, program, or endeavor you're involved in, you want me to help, assist, to spread the word, or do what I can, feel free to let me know. I'll do the same for you as well. I'm always a comment or email away. You can go to the About It discussion page, but I'll say it verbally just in case, or make a note of it. Anytime at lowercase ggnewtime@hotmail.com, lowercase Henry or Hank Alpha Male 4400 or 4400 at gmail.com, or lowercase Henry or the Hard Worker at gmail.com. So positivity over negativity. Welcome back, everyone. Let's dive right into this. We're continuing our mini-series, The Art of War, Volume 1. This will be about Part 10, picking up at Section 9, Section 11, the 9 situations, We left off about between points 9 to 10, I believe, approximately. But if not, it's okay, because you can visually go to it. You can search it on Google, Bing, Wikipedia, or go to your local library. There's numerous ways you can pull up the points of the arts of war, but you can see it visually here. If there's any part that I forgot, you can look visually or search it. But I do believe this is about where we left off from where I checked in the last video. So point number 9, ground which is reached through narrow gorges and from which we can only retire by tortuous paths, so that a small number of the enemy would suffice to crush a large body of our men. This is hemmed in ground. Before I continue, this is the famous Art of War by Sun Tzu, or Sun Tzu, however it's pronounced. I apologize, even though it was written a while ago in the past. This is an excellent, has excellent principles we can apply to add to our arsenal to help us in the ups and downs in life and improve ourselves in modern life today. So continuing at point 10, ground on which we can only be saved from destruction by fighting without delay is desperate ground. Point 11, on dispersive ground, therefore, fight not. On fatal or fatal ground, halt not. On contentious ground, attack not. Point 12, on open ground, do not try to block the enemy's way. On the ground of intersecting highways, join hands with your allies. Point 13, on serious ground, gather and plunder. In difficult ground, keep steadily on the march. Point 14, on hemmed in ground, resort to stratagem. On desperate ground, fight. Point 14. That was point 14, pardon me. On hemmed in ground, resort to stratagem. On desperate ground, fight. That will be point 14. Point 15. Those who were called skillful leaders of old knew how to drive a wedge between the enemy's front and rear to prevent cooperation between his large and small divisions, to hinder the good troops from rescuing the bad, the officers from rallying their men. Point 16. When the enemy's men were united, they managed to keep them in disorder. Point 17. When it was to their advantage, they made a forward move. When otherwise, they stopped still. Point 18. If asked how to cope with a great host of the enemy in orderly array and on the point of marching to the attack, I should say, begin by seizing something which your opponent holds dear, then he will be amenable to your will. Point 19. Rapidity is the essence of war. Take advantage of the enemy's unreadiness. Make your way by unexpected routes and attack on guarded spots. Point 20. The following are the principles to be observed by an invading force. The further you penetrate into a country, the greater will be the solidarity of your troops, and thus the defenders will not prevail against you. Point 21. Make forays in fertile country in order to supply your army with food. Point 22. Carefully study the well-being of your men and do not overtax them. Concentrate your energy and hoard your strength. Keep your army continually on the move and devise unfathomable plans. Point 23. Throw your soldiers into positions when there is no escape, and they will prefer death to flight. If they will face death, there is nothing they may not achieve. Officers and men alike will put forth their uttermost strength. Point 24. Soldiers, when in desperate straits, lose a sense of fear. If there is no place of refuge, they will stand firm. If they are in hostile country, they will show a stubborn front. If there is no help for it, they will fight hard. Point 25. Thus, without warning to be marshaled, the soldiers will be constantly on the qui-vive or qui-vive without waiting to be asked. They will do your will. Without restrictions, they will be faithful. Without giving orders, they can be trusted. Point 26. Prohibit the taking of omens and do away with superstitious doubts. Then until death itself comes, no calamity will be feared. Point 27. If our soldiers are not overburdened with money, it is not because they have a distaste for riches. If their lives are not unduly long, it is not because they are disinclined to longevity. Point 28. On the day they are ordered out to battle, your soldiers may weep, those sitting up bedewing their garments, and those lying down, letting the tears run down their cheeks. But let them once be brought to bay, and they will display the courage of a Chu or Koryu or Kuyu. Point 29. The skillful tactician may be likened to a Shujang. Now, the Shujang is a snake that is found in the Chuang or Chung Mountains. Strike at its head, and you'll be attacked by its tail. Strike at its tail, you'll be attacked by its head. Strike at its middle, and you'll be attacked by head and tail both. Point 30. Ask if an army can be made to imitate the Shujang. I would answer yes, for the men of Wu and the men of Yu or Yue or Yue are enemies. Yet if they are crossing a river in the same boat and are caught by a storm, they will come to each other's assistance, just as the left hand helps the right. Point 31. Hence, it is not enough to put one's trust in the tethering of horses and the bearing of chariot wheels in the ground. Point 32. The principle on which to manage an army is to set up one standard of courage which all must reach. Point 33. How to make the best of both strong and weak. That is a question involving the proper use of ground. Point 34. Thus, the skillful general conducts his army just as though he were leading a single man, willy-nilly by the hand. Point 35. It is the business of a general to be quiet and thus ensure secrecy, upright and just, and thus maintain order. Point 36. He must be able to mystify his officers and men by false reports and appearances, and thus keep them in total ignorance. Point 37. By altering his arrangements and changing his plans, he keeps the enemy without definite knowledge. By shifting his camp and taking circuitous routes, he prevents the enemy from anticipating his purpose. So we're going to pause there for now. I apologize. I was having minor issues with the brightness in the monitor. But anyway, peace and blessings, all the best in life. Remember to click the bell button to be notified of future videos. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word. Remember to think right, love right, live right, reflect right, do right, be right, think right. I will wish you all the best in life. Peace and blessings until next time. Enjoy the music as we close out, and I will catch you guys on the fly as usual in the next one. Peace, peace, peace.